chapter 5. We'll commence reading with the first verse. When you say I have it, say I like the word, Pastor. Amen. This is the word of the Lord. Your Bible should read, and it came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret, saw two ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them, and they were washing their nets. He entered in one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Now when he had left speaking, he said unto Simon, launch out into the deep, set down your nets for a draught. Simon answered, saying unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night, and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net. And when they had this done, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their net brake. Amen. Amen. This afternoon I want to preach with God's help in your prayers. Ain't no quit in me. Amen. Look at your neighbor and tell them, neighbor, ain't no quit in me. Amen. And I know we educated, we can say there isn't any quit in me. Amen. Amen. We've been to school, but it just sounds better when I say ain't no quit. Ain't no quit in me. Church, there's an old adage that says that quitters never win, and winners never quit. Right. Now, winners are the people who know how to fight until they win. They never accept defeat as a final destiny. Winners are people who know that victories don't always come overnight. They know that sometimes victory comes with sacrificial and challenging choices. Sometimes, church, we miss the blessing because we quit before the obstacle becomes an opportunity. So many times we run into a brick wall and we just turn around and go back to our seats. But I come to encourage somebody on today. I come to encourage these musicians, amen, that you should not quit, amen, in the face of opposition. But wait till the Lord turns your obstacle into an opportunity. Somebody looking and listening at me right now, amen, you've tried everything you know how to try. Amen, you've done everything you know how to do. You said everything you know how to say. You done went and talked to everybody who you can talk to. And now you're asking yourself, what's the use? What's the point? You find yourself frustrated. You find yourself fed up. You had goals, you had hopes, you had dreams, you had aspirations, only to find disappointments and difficulties. Can I tell you on this morning, church, that the text teaches us, church, that we should not allow former conclusions to influence our present actions. I said something, I'll say that again. We should not allow our former conclusions, what happened yesterday, influence our present actions, what we're doing today. The Bible tells us, he records that Jesus had been walking along the lake. He stops and he gets into one of the ships. Tells Simon to thrust out a little from the shore. And he teaches the people from Simon's boat. Don't miss this, church. Jesus, he gives instructions. Man, and Simon follows these instructions to the T. He follows them to the letter. He doesn't have any excuse. But then Jesus tells him to launch out into the deep and let down your net. Now Simon has a problem. Pastor, he said, Jesus, we done did this all night. And we hadn't caught anything. We already did what you said to do. And did none of it work. Now, I preached this text many times, but what caught my eye this time, church, is not what Simon was saying, but what caught my eye is what Simon was doing. Bible says, of you ain't woke up yet, so let me say it again. He's washing his nets. Washing his sign was a sign of completion. It was a sign that said, I'm through with it, I'm done. This washing is a sign that says, it's complete, it's over with. Washing was a sign that says he quit. I'm done for the day. And in reality, y'all, it was his emptiness that made him quit. He wasn't washing the net just because he had a good catch. He wasn't washing the net, amen, because they had a whole bunch of fishing that night and the nets got dirty. But he washed the net because they were empty. Amen. They were filled with nothing but trash. He said, I've toiled all night and I've taken in nothing. And I came to tell somebody on this morning that that's exactly what your enemy wants you to do on today. Amen. He wants your emptiness to lead you to quit. But not only that, church, he wants you to look at all the trash that you caught. Instead of when you was trying to catch fish, he wants you to look at the trash that caught up in. I'm in somebody's business right now. The devil wanted you to quit on this morning because you were trying to catch fish. And when you were trying to catch fish, when you were trying to be productive, the only thing you came up with was trash. Trash in relationships, trash in friendships, trash in job members, trash in church members, trash in choir members. And then you came up empty, and the enemy had convinced you to quit, to throw in the towel. But I want you to know, church, emptiness is a way of getting you to give up. And I'm talking to somebody right now who's got tired of trying. But I want to tell you this morning, try again. Man, you got sick of being a better person. You got sick of taking a high road. Hey, man, have you ever got to the point where you said, I'm not doing it no more, I'm just going to chunk up the deuces, shoot him the finger, and walk on out the building? Do I have anybody in here who can be real on this morning? I mean, I know we dressed up looking good on Sunday morning, but y'all know when you leave here on Monday, I mean, you use some of them words that ain't in the hymn book, in the Sunday school book, in your Bible, and sometimes you just want to give them the finger and say, the hell with it, and go on at your business. But I got a word for somebody on this morning. God is saying, well, don't give up, because when you say you done, God said, do it again. When you say you ain't coming back, God said, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't holler through your mask at your neighbor and tell them, try it again, try it again. Tell them, don't stop, won't stop. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it again. Church, you got to learn how to serve notice on the devil that there is no quit in you. Amen. The Bible says we are more than conquerors. Do I have any conquerors section in here this morning? Do I have any conquerors in the building? Amen. Who not going to give up when the devil throw in and he pitches and sets trap for you? Amen. Anybody in here know that the devil will not have the final say? I am not a quitter, and there is no quit in me. Look at them, y'all. They're on the shore. And the Bible says that they're washing their nets. Listen, church, you got to understand the power of placement. You got to learn, and you got to make sure, musicians, that you're in the right place. You got to make sure, church members, choir members, that you're in the right place. Look at where they are when Jesus found them. You got your Bibles open. Look where they are. And look what they have to do in order to get to where Jesus wants them to be in order to go get fish. Don't miss this, y'all. They got to go back to the place where they tried and failed. Y'all missed it. I said they got to go back to the place where they tried and failed. But in order to do that, they got to leave the place where they have settled. In order for us to go back to the place where we failed, we got to leave what's comfortable. We got to leave where we are. Sometimes that's leaving your emotional state. Sometimes that's leaving the folk you've been hanging with. Sometimes that's leaving the way you think, the way you talk, amen. And God says in this season, where you got to learn how to shift the places where you've been hanging out, amen. Amen. The rule of the land even now is social distancing. Amen. God spread it all out this morning, amen. And the reason why some of us ain't got the blessing that we want is because we've become too comfortable by being close to stuff that's not good for us. You got to disconnect, and you got to distance. Amen. Somebody say distance and disconnect. Man, some people can only handle you, and man, when you still at the level where they met you. Man, but when you decide to grow, amen, they can, oh, he's stuck up now. Oh, they got a position now. Now you can't hang with us, amen. You can't play dominoes with us no more. You can't play spades. Oh, you got a talent in front of your name. Some people can't handle your elevation. Amen. But the thing about it is, I'm trying to help somebody this morning. You got to learn how to disconnect from some folks you've been hanging out with. Watch this, who are on the shore. Lord have mercy. Because God didn't make y'all for sure living. Amen. Amen. He didn't make you for sure blessings. He didn't make you for sure miracles. Amen. Some of y'all don't even know your value. Amen. You got deep water value, but you settling for sure relationships. Who am I talking to in here this morning? You ain't created for the shore. The shore is where you play it safe. The shore is where you have nothing to gain. The shore is where you settle for less than. But I came to tell somebody this morning, it's time for you to get off the shore. It's time for you to get off the bank. Amen. The shore is where you started, but it's not going to be where you ended up. Look at somebody and tell them, I'm done with the shore. Y'all ain't talking. Tell somebody, I'm done with the shore. I'm done with dead-end relationships. I'm done with non-challenging friendship, safe choices, and negative thinking. I'm done with the shore. Leave the shore and go to something deeper so you can have something greater. Look at your neighbor and tell them, neighbor, I'm leaving the shore. Tell them, neighbor, that was the wrong one. Tell somebody else, neighbor, I'm leaving the shore. Listen, write this down. You take a note. Facebook this, tweet this. If you're going to trust Jesus to reach for greater, you can't feel failure. The reason why some of us are so jealous of somebody who made it is because we had the same idea, but we were too scared to launch out and do it. So don't get mad at Roderick, amen, because he made it. Don't get mad at Ronnie because he made it. Don't get mad at your pastor because he made it. You could have did the same thing. But we sit back with our arms folded and we start talking about folk. But if you're going to reach for greater, church, you cannot be scared. You can't feel failure. I discovered, y'all, one of the biggest tricks of the devil, amen, is to make people fearful of failure. God, when we're scared or when we're fearful of failing, amen, we become stagnant. We won't move. Amen. And that's when stuff starts to fall. That's when things start to go wrong. We start thinking, y'all, that's an area in our lives that we'll never have success. Amen. Some of y'all been married. You found the love of your life, picked out the right dress, had the right colors in your wedding, had the right folks singing the solos, and your marriage failed. And now you scared that next time somebody come, he ain't gonna be the one. She ain't gonna be the one. Amen. You think she is after your money. You think he just after your goods. Amen. And you don't want to trust nobody anymore. Y'all ain't gonna be real with me over here. Your marriage failed, so now you decided I'm just gonna be single. Amen. Because you didn't do good in school the first time. Amen. Now you think you're too old and school ain't for you. Amen. Go back to school. Amen. Just because you didn't get the promotion, you worked hard every day. You didn't call in sick. Amen. You think you're not supervising material. Amen. Just because you opened up one business and didn't work. Amen. Now you think that God hadn't anointed you to be a business owner. The devil is a lie. You got to learn how to kick the habit, amen, of failing and acquiescing to your failures. And if you ain't been successful, amen, you cannot allow the devil into tricking you that that's the way it's going to always be. This text, y'all, it says that Jesus gives them directions. He gives them instructions to do something that they've already done and they failed at it. Hear me when I tell you on this morning. This is not the season of new stuff. I know we just coming out of the pandemic and everybody wearing a mask and we social, but this is not the season of new stuff. But this is the season of rebuilding. This is the season of restoration. This is the season of replenishment. The things you lost, church, God is getting ready to give it back to you. You got to go and get it. You can't just sit back on the stuff. You can't stay at home. I ain't going out there. You got to go and get what God has for your joy. You got to go get your peace. You got to go get your mind, your sanity, your money, your marriage, and your motivation. You got to go get it. God is turning your failure into favor, and your failure is not final. Just the Bible says, I don't hear y'all too long, but the Bible says, when Peter did what God said do, he caught so many fish that the boat began to sink. Somebody open up your mouth and shout, overflow. And I came to prophesy in this house. We Baptists, but we don't hardly believe in prophecy, but I came to prophesy over this house that God is getting ready to bless you on purpose. If you receive it, come on and wave your hands in the building. I came to tell somebody today that God is getting ready to bless you on purpose. You're going to get some unexpected blessings, some open door blessings, some full pocket blessings, some job promotion blessings, blessings on blessings on blessings, good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over. The Bible says, men will give to your bosom. Now wave your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Come on and testify. Tell your neighbor, I'm blessed, better than blessed. Tell somebody I'm blessed, better than blessed. And because I'm blessed on purpose, because I know I'm blessed in the city, I'm blessed in the field, I'm blessed when I come, and I'm blessed when I go. I'm going to give him my life. I'm going to give him my heart. I'm going to give him my all. I'm going to give him my mind. I'm going to give him my soul. And I came to tell somebody, get ready for overflow. I came to talk to these musicians. Get ready for overflow. Get ready for your net to be exceeding abundantly above. Oh, you may ask or think, and I came to say, notice, on the devil, you should have took us out when you had us depressed. You should have took me out when you had me scared. You should have took me out when you had me down. You should have took me out when I was discouraged. But it's too late, mate. I said it's too late now. It's too late now. It's too late now. I got my joy back. I got my joy back. I got my hope back. I got my peace back. And I declare blessings, not just for me, but for you and your family, for your wife, for your children, for your endeavors. I declare blessings, and because we connected, I speak blessings over your house. I speak blessings over your family. I speak blessings over your finances. I speak blessings over your health. I speak blessings over your business. Because ain't no quit. Ain't no quit in me. Is there anybody in here can testify today? I made it because I kept on going. I made it with the help of the Lord. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. And because he didn't leave me, I can go on. There's a no doubt. Is there anybody in here can open up your mouth and say, I believe